I'm
Yeah.
just Googling really fast. Snow in Texas, global warming. Global warming. And it says, is climate change what brought, no, they're speculating, but cold weather is global. Well, it's, yeah, it sounds like just from headlines, looks like it's a mixed bag of people saying, is it? And people saying it is.
Yeah.
It sounds like it could be some global warming stuff, but
What else could it be?
just cold winter.
In Texas? Just a cold, snowy, normal winter?
I don't know what other phenomenons this world brings. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure like beyond global warming, there's other stuff too. I'll let's go on Wikipedia later. I'm like, what does global warming encompass? Does it encompass all of it, or is it just a matter of like the Earth's just getting hotter?
I don't think it's just getting hotter. I think it's just the climate is fucking ass backwards. If it was just getting hotter, it would just be hot, right? Isn't that what that means?
They should just call it that. Climate getting ass backwards. Property Ebonics.
Hello, everyone. It's Proper Ebonics.
Yeah, yeah,
Kirk and
yeah.
Alan. We're in the building. I want to get in the habit of saying that, let everybody know. Listen to Proper Ebonics. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah, man. I did see people photoshopping pictures of penguins and into into the snowstorm in Texas. It was pretty funny. Like
Penguins.
they marched down south for the winter and ended up in Texas with a fucking bunch of snow.
Damn. Imagine that like you never really see snow like that, and out of nowhere you get like a straight up just storm. It would be like if we're in Pennsylvania, then out of nowhere there's like volcanic lava all over the place. That's not the same thing. That's,
I'll be
that's
I'll be losing my mind. Okay, I'll be losing my mind if I seen just a volcano just come from the ground and then just spew liquid hot magma or lava, whatever you want to
yeah.
call it.
This conversation's proven that neither of us know a lot about volcanoes. Uh, I'm picturing that though, like driving a Wawa and just seeing like a bunch of lava on the ground, not sure that it's lava. So you try to jump over it. And it's like, ah, no, this really is lava. Then you
Like,
melt.
like
Yeah, it would be.
is that horse poop or is that?
So in Texas, we're seeing now too. It's like apparently like their heating grid, like their source of power that they use, it isn't equipped for a snowstorm of this level. Because why would it be? It's like
Yeah.
we're not expecting snow. But also it's a matter of I believe Texas, they kind of opted to have a system that isn't federally funded. So that's a lot of times the federally funded systems, I guess, maybe they team up with FEMA. I have no idea what they do, but apparently it could be more equipped when it's from the government. What are your thoughts on? We're seeing a lot of Texas senators and such saying that the people of Texas would prefer having an outage, a snowstorm, than be funded by the federal government for the grid.
Not all not all people would want that, okay? First of all. But what I will say is the majority of people voted for that. You know what I mean? So like you're voting these people in, right? Isn't that how this works? Don't
Right.
you vote for your senators? You know what I'm saying? So you vote in for people that this is their viewpoint and their stands on things and they voting for it. Now it sucks
Hmm.
that the people that didn't vote for him or vote for them are in these conditions. That's the messed up part about it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But like y'all voting for these people that believe these things and they stand on these platforms, like, and now look what happens.
Now you're in a snowy
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, so it's messed up that the people that, like I said, that don't vote for them, like it sucks, man. It's not fair. It's definitely unfair to them. You know what I'm saying? I wish there was a way that the fucking government could just be like, all right, we understand how you guys feel, but we got to do something about this. You know what I'm saying? I wish that could be the case. I don't know, but the country we live in, every state do whatever they want to do, and they just sit back. I mean, it's just
Bro, you
wild.
cut out for all of that. I heard like five words. I heard Texas,
Really?
and I heard them, and I heard Namin, and then now it's saying internet connection is unstable. Damn, is it me? Hold on, let me.
Yes.
You may have to hold down for a little. I'm gonna switch my thing. I'm on like the public Wi-Fi. I'm gonna switch to mine. Hold on.
See, look at this, man. Only Kirk gonna get on a public Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? I'm understanding it's a public podcast and everybody can see this. Then he's gonna try to blame it on me and say
What?
that I
Wait,
tried.
what?
Oh, he's back. He can hear me. He can hear me. Oh, I didn't know you
Yeah, I
could
can
hear
hear
me.
you. I
I
was
know
gonna
you,
try to blame that on you. Yeah.
yeah, like if your computer's saying unstable Wi-Fi, I ain't talking about my computer.
It wasn't saying that at first though. It was just showing you going. I was like, oh, Alan, recording from the shop. And I
No.
realized since I'm in the living room, it's connecting me to the outside Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So what I was saying, I pretty much just repeated what I said about how it's unfair to the people that didn't vote for these people that are in power in Texas. And I wish that the federal government could do something on the state level. Like, okay, state, you guys made a mistake here. We're going to step in and fix it, do what we need to do. But they can't because like, in this country, every state does what they want to do.
Mm.
That's pretty much what it is.
You want some federal intervention. You want the
Yeah.
federal to just kind of come in and be like, yo, here's some shovels. Let's make this work.
Here's something, because here's the thing. I seen that it was really, really cold in Texas, but
Yeah.
they didn't have a blizzard. It wasn't like feet of snow. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not exactly sure how much snow fell, but from the pictures I saw, I was like, oh, that looks like Thursday. I mean, it wasn't like crazy amounts of snow. It was just really, really cold.
Well, it shows the power of snow in a lot of ways. And like if you're not equipped to handle it, like for us, it's a bit easier because it's like we'll have plow trucks out within the night. Our systems and our like heating systems are equipped to it. I heard one story of like one family, they like they died because like carbon monoxide poisoning. They're trying to stay warm and they just didn't. So there's things like that where it's like, or like their pipes kind of breaking. It's just their state isn't built for that. And I think a lot of people, just like when we heard it, we're like, why is it snowing in Texas? They're like, why would it need to be? And I'm sure there's a bunch of science that indicates that something like that could have happened. And perhaps with federal funding, they would have been more aware or at least had some room to kind of fix it up if that were to happen. But who knows what it'll lead to. I know one thing is it continued the hateration on Senator Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz, man. This guy
he deserved all the hate.
Yeah, it wasn't a good look. That was this dude. I feel like this guy's been taking L's. I don't want to say my whole life, but probably before I knew of him. So yeah, probably my whole life. But I've been aware of how many L's he's been taking for about several years now.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like he's one of those people that America as a whole just kind of decide like, we're okay with kind of treating him like the middle child sort of thing.
Not everybody, because somebody keeps voting for him.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. He's been there for a while. I do think it's a little humorous. Like, like the character Jerry from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Sure. No, but it's pretty much just like a character like they just shit on the whole time.
Yeah.
But in that case it's different because like he's like a nice dude and it's just like they shit on him for just comedic relief. It feels a lot of times like Ted Cruz is Jerry of just nonstop like, oh, this doof, he makes doofy moves, says doofy things, gets caught whenever he does something doofy. And as a country, we're just like, this guy's horrible.
Yes. So what he did was he while his state was going through hell, he flew to Cancun with him and his family. That's where
music. Yeah, it's they got him on tape too, of like seeing him go to the airport, boarding the plane, and then they also got him on tape when he landed in Cancun, and then on his way back too. Like the whole thing was documented. He threw his kids under the bus in his excuse. He was like, well, my daughters asked if they could go away, and I talked to my wife, and we thought it was okay. And they don't like flying alone, so I decided to pack a whole suitcase and get on the plane with them. It's just like, that's not a great move. This is like the second time I've heard of this dude throwing his family under the bus.
Okay, so look, when it comes to this instance, right? As a regular person, I'm like, if I was a regular person, not in politics, I wasn't doing. I'm going to Cancun too. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm out. If I can get on the plane, me and my family, I got enough money, we can just escape the weather. We out. You know what I'm saying?
hang with the barracudas.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to chill, dip my feet in the water, and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm in place of power and I got people that need me, and that's different. Like you can't just. That's like the sink, like a ship is sinking. If the captain gets on a lifeboat and leaves everybody else, that captain is going to get ridiculed. Okay.
Yeah, maybe Ted Cruz realizes that he's not the captain. He's like, they don't trust me as the captain anymore. Um, yeah, no, that'd be wild. That'd be like, your kids are going through something. There's like a mini hurricane in Lancaster, and you're just like, well, I'm out of here. I gotta go to Canada.
Yeah.
It'd be like kind of wild to.
You can't lead people. These people voted for you. They're your people. You know what I'm saying? You got to be there. You got to stick it out. You got to tough it up through for the storm. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I said. Like him, Ted Cruz, and Rush Limbaugh. They both chose warmer weather. Like they just
Oh
wanted to
boy.
go.
Yeah, we no continue. Continue.
Saying, but choose a warmer climate. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere where they can take their shirts off and sweat. So so you get it?
You
Because
sly fellow. You sly fellow.
no, but for real though, like, yeah, man, it's messed up, dog. Like then he try to like when you blame it on your kids though, now you gotta now you outside of your home, people gonna ridicule you. Now inside of your home, people gonna ridicule you. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Bro,
just
his
can't escape it.
well, do you remember the thing when he was going against Trump in like I think like 2016, and Trump called his wife ugly, and then the dude went on campaigning for Trump afterward, like making calls and all that stuff. It was like that. I don't know what that household must be like. It's like, damn, now you're bringing the kids in. I imagine it's a matter of like, once that happened, Trump calls his wife ugly. He continues to campaign for Trump. The family turns on Cruz. The whole thing. It's like the wife, daughters are like, we don't like Ted Cruz. It's 4 years of this, and then now that he's throwing the daughters underneath, it's like, well, you guys have been making fun of me for the last 3 years inside the household, sort of thing. So I feel like there's been some dynamics in that household, and we're only learning a little bit about it.
What if he was trying to take him to Cancun as a like a makeup for all the bad things he's done? Like, we're gonna go to Cancun, we're gonna become a family and get together as one and kind of get things back on track. And then this shit happens and blows up in his face.
uh, damn, man. I did hear about Limbaugh. I did hear about Limbaugh.
Yeah.
Uh,
Listen, I had some look because I said I said that little stupid joke on Facebook or whatever. Yeah, it's funny. Him
you did that joke on Facebook?
of course,
Nice.
and he everybody pretty much they laughed it off. Then I had one person, like one of my homies from college, his mom commented on my post and was like, "Oh, even though he died, he did bad things, but when someone dies, it's kind of like it makes up for everything they did while they were living." I'm like, no, it doesn't. No, all of the terrible things he said, you know what I'm saying, about everybody.
Yeah,
I don't. Listen, the joke. The joke is hilarious, and like I don't give a fuck about the bull.
yeah. I think, yeah, I never really like make fun of people when they die or anything, but it's beyond that. I feel like he's a public figure, and I was reading about like some of the stuff that he did, and I remember hearing some of the stuff he would say on the radio. My stepdad would play it, like along with like Sean Hannity and them. And I remember some of it being like, oh, that was kind of gross. And I read back on some of the things. Apparently, he would read the names of gay people that died of AIDS, and he'd play celebration music. Like that was a thing that he did.
Wow.
and he's always just kind of been an aggravator. I can't really I'm sure he's done charities or whatever, sure. Yeah, no, he's just always been negative. That's not to say, like, where it's upon us that we could cast judgment. I don't feel that. But I don't feel any like sympathy when I hear people making jokes, because that seems to be the nature that he's built around himself throughout his life in the public eye.
He is like he wanted to go out of his way for everyone besides people that look like him to hate him. You know what I'm saying? It's, that's like what he did.
It always
You
seemed
know?
to me like I always kind of attribute him to like he knows that he's catering towards white supremacy. Like
Right.
he was very much like he was able to get away with a lot of stuff he was saying because he had the fan base. And I think he was aware of how much he can get away with. That was my thing with him. I think he just knew it, and didn't care.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy that he has a fan base. Like there's people that agree with him.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, because he was in. People not gonna hire somebody if they don't got a following and they're not bringing them money. So you know what I'm saying? Like he had people following him. And he was listen. So there's I seen a post about like they had like all the terrible quotes that he said, like a lot of them. And
Mm.
I'm gonna read you just two of them. This is the first two from the list because we don't have all day. We
Yeah.
don't have all day. So here's his stance on whether the massacre of Native Americans is comparable to the Holocaust.
Oh boy.
He says Holocaust, 90 million Indians, only 4 million left. They all have casinos. What's to complain about?
All right.
Second quote on feminism.
He did 2 for 1 on the first one. He's like, let me get 2 on this one. I know they're only going to read 2 quotes, so let me make sure to get it stacked.
Let me get 3 in here. So here's his quote on feminism. Just one of his quotes.
Oh.
Feminism was established so that unattractive, ugly broads can have easy access to the mainstream.
Easy access to the mainstream.
So I guess he was a feminist because he was unattractive, ugly. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like just those two things, like, and you want me to be like, gotta have respect for the dead. What? This guy.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
guy,
that's what
man.
I like. It's for me, it's not really my thing necessarily to crack jokes and those past, but that's just a stylistic thing. I don't think people are in the wrong for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have very little sympathy for it. But,
I seen people, they were comparing when people made jokes about like Kobe's death to Rush Limbaugh's death. I'm like, you can't compare that. Come
of course
on.
they would. Of course they would.
I'm like, come on, man.
We talked about last time with like the false equivalencies. It's well, you didn't like what we talked about. It's like, no, those are 2 different things. Those are
completely 2 different things. And for you to compare that, it just shows your true colors. You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of true colors, I like that little head wrap you got there.
You like that, man? You know what, man? When I take a shower, like my hair like gets in my face, and I can't like wash my forehead without my hair getting wet. So I put it up, you know what I'm saying? And I like the little cool look like Jimi Hendrix, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got that growing for like over a year now, man.
Yeah, man, it's been like a year and a half, probably. So yeah. I like to let everybody know, man, I was growing my hair before the pandemic. Like I wasn't one of those just, oh, I'm not getting my haircut because the pandemic thing. I've been doing this before the pandemic. So, you know what I'm saying? Before it all happened, before it all popped off, but I like it. I might gonna rock out for a while like that. I told myself I might never get a haircut again. I haven't shaved in a while. Haven't gotten a haircut. I don't even brush my teeth anymore. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I keep saying I gotta make some choices. This is all about my hair. Yeah, I'm sure I gotta make some life choices too. But my hair, man, I keep saying I'm going to cut it off. Every like week, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do this. I think I look conventionally more attractive without hair, but that's not why I have the hair to begin with. I do it for me, but maybe I don't want this anymore.
Yeah, I don't think. One thing about your hair is if you cut it and you choose to grow it back, you can grow it right back. You know what I'm saying?
I'm getting old, man. Yeah, you boy, you may be lightly thinning up top. This may be the last run of the afro.
Lightly thinning where? I don't see no thinning. You mean like in the middle back here?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens to the best of us. Like I feel like I am too a little bit. But listen, I think that you're attractive no matter what because
Thanks,
your
honey.
attraction is your personality, Kirk.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
always going to be ugly. Okay, so just worry about. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. You should see your face.
That was true disappointment on my face. I was like, all right, well, that's a little Saturday. My boy's hyping me up. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about that.
No, man. Listen, listen. We are. Listen, like I said before, when it comes to our voices, we're very like monotone sounding, late night R&B radio type station type vibe.
Oh yeah.
Oh god damn it! But could you imagine if you listen? It's a privilege to be as handsome as you are. It is. People don't make it in life sometimes because they don't feel as though that they're attractive. You know what I'm saying? So whether they
Yeah,
are or not, man, you ain't got to worry about. You're a very handsome gentleman. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you have a
that's right.
fro, you're bald, or you got dreads, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get the ladies. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going Mohawk next time. I'm going Mohawk. Yeah, man. No, I feel I look fly. I'm okay with it. That's no, it's a real thing. I think a lot of times when you're a teen, I'll say for me when I was a teen, it was not the case. Buck teeth, mainly the buck teeth. That was a big
Were you
inspiration.
were you like had a very low self esteem when you were a teen?
Around my looks, yeah, yeah. No, I mean, as a kid, as a whole, it was like everyone in my family was like conventionally attractive. Like it would be like I'd go to places with my mom and brother, and people would comment my brother's skin tone, and people would comment my mom's looks, and they would be able to bond over that, over like just like, oh, we're hot people, and then like just be able to have that. I was never in that boat.
Yeah.
I always felt like bad whenever when I would hear them talk about like celebrities and their beauty. So I'm like, oh, well, I guess that stuff matters, and I don't really have it. So
Mm.
yeah, it was not always the case. Then I think between like after I was like around 20, 22, honestly, I think it was when I started to read a bit more. Once I got into community college and like started enjoying classes, I felt better about myself. The teeth were straight, the scoliosis was fixed,
Mm.
the beard was creeping in. And then that's once I think it's once I started feeling a little bit more better about what I was doing, which I think everyone knows, that's going to make you more attractive.
I got you. I feel like we all go through that. Maybe not your brother but we all go through
Yeah,
that
no,
low
he's
self-esteem
going around
thing with
sexy all day. Dude's walking around like a sexy 6-year-old his whole life.
put a pamper on, like yeah.
Yeah. You made me feel terrible.
No, man, we all
Can I
go
put
through
him on
that.
blast real quick? Let me put him on blast real
Go
quick.
ahead.
I remember
Blast
one
your brother.
time where I remember one time well, I love movies. I was like, oh, Brian, let's go watch Watchmen. It's a movie I watched in the theaters. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think you'd like it. We're popping it on, and then we're maybe 20 minutes into it. He's clearly not liking it. And he starts pressing me, but like, hey, Kirk, when are you gonna get a girlfriend? I
Mm.
was 19 at this time, no girlfriend. He's like, oh, he was pressing for a while, and then at the end, he was like, well, you're 19 now. And then I remember just turning to my side and be like, oh, I think I'm gonna go to bed early. And then the movie
Oh.
still played, and I softly cried. And then I heard my brother, this is the only time I think I ever heard him say it. As he was leaving the room, he was like, I'm sorry. And just walked out. And that was the last time he got me from my looks, I think.
Oh.
So yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Brian. He's in Puerto Rico right now with the Barracudas.
Oh shit, he put a Ted Cruz. He's just like, I'm out of here.
He's like, see ya, family. I'm out of here. Send photos of empanadas and all that stuff.
Oh man, that's so crazy. Empanadas and hot women. When I was a teen, I was also insecure about myself. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I used to think that I wasn't well endowed.
Oh.
Like I used to like I've had I'm gonna just say it. It's a Saturday morning. I'm gonna just open up to you real quick. I I had like two different women, not even women. We were teens. I had two different teenage women when we were young. Tell me that my thing was small.
What?
Yeah, man. And it crippled my fucking self-esteem, yo.
Yeah.
Like, but like they were wrong, but like it was really the circumstances why that, like, one chick, we were like outside after this party. It was like 4 degrees outside. Like I wasn't like erect, you know what I'm saying? And she wanted to do something to my thingy thing, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't turn me on, like, so I was just a soft little ass dick out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know. She was like, why is it so small? I was like, I don't know. I just
She used that term, not like why. Oh gosh, why is it
no,
so
no, no.
small?
She just said, why is it so small? And I didn't know. I didn't know how to articulate, like, yo, it's cold. You're like, listen, she was very promiscuous. Like a lot of my friends did things with her, and I wasn't that attracted to her. I just thought I was supposed to do things with
Right.
her. You
It's
know what I'm
like it's
saying?
being thrown my way. How I'm
Yeah,
supposed to follow up on this.
yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I wasn't aroused, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like little limp dick out there in the cold. Like I
I
don't
love the
know.
idea of like not being able to explain that too. Of like when you're a teen, of like, well, it's cold out. I don't really like your personality. Like it's like trying to explain like I'm not really into this. Um, yeah, man, that's a rough one. What was the other situation?
The other one
Was
was
that
kind of
also
like
in the
this.
winter?
It, no, this one was, it was nice outside. We were also indoors. We were also indoors, so there's no excuse. But again, it was the same situation with the same kind of woman. Like I wasn't attracted to her, also for the same reasons. You know what I'm saying? Because it was kind of like my homies was kind of like they were doing things with her, and I just thought that that's what I was supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? But back then I didn't know that. Like I just didn't like that. I didn't like them. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I just wasn't hard. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, I'm just showing up to the party with nothing in the cup. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and they both did the same. They was just like, what? Why is it? And I didn't know how to explain. Like, yo, I don't like you. Like, you just, you know what I'm saying? You don't do it for me. I didn't understand that. So I went around thinking that like my dick just small. And
It's small and just won't grow. What is
I
up with
carried that.
this?
I carried that with me for a while until someone told me differently. I was like, yeah, hey, okay.
Yeah, if you're a teenage boy listening to this right now, something they don't tell you in the movies when you see all these teens having sex and all that stuff is sometimes you may not be into it. Sometimes you just may not be in the mood. Uh, and also maybe try to avoid blowjobs in the winter. I don't know. Kind of like that's another workaround of that one. Just don't
Oh
go
man.
indoors if you're gonna do that. Yeah, well, I'm glad your self-esteem is back. I've heard you say numerous times like I have a big old penis. My name's Alan, so I know you no longer think that you have a small penis.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, but it crippled me, man. Like it was probably like a good 2 or 3 years, like where I was just like shy about that. You know what I'm saying? But I got over it and I realized like, man, I'm not messing with them nasty girls, man. Them nasty girls got me. I don't want them. Yeah, my homies, y'all can have them. I don't want them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're mean. Nasty girls mean as hell. Gotta be careful with those nasty girls.
They're
I was a
mean as
nasty
hell.
boy. I was a nasty boy. I can't even knock too much.
I don't believe you.
You're right. I was trying to think of a way to establish like, hey, I think I'm lying right now. And I was like, yeah, I was not a nasty boy. Um,
It,
am I a nasty man now? Um,
that word, that phrase, just sounds nasty, icky to me. It's like nasty man.
what you want, Icky Man? I'm an Icky Man. Nasty and icky.
I don't,
Uh,
I don't like it. I don't like. You know, also I don't like. I don't like the fact that my man Meek Mill was out there beefing with that snitch ass rapper. I hate that. I hate to see that. Like
interacting. Why even bother?
I
Why even
hate it.
bother?
I hate it. I really like Meek Mill. Like I feel like I'm attached. Like I feel like I grew up with Meek. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I just don't like to see him out there. Like he do a lot of stuff online that people disagree with. This one thing right here, I was like, yo, man, let that snitch do whatever he gonna do. Like you can't fight him, you
Mm.
can't shoot him, you can't do anything to him. He got a bunch of security guards. He's a known rat. Arguing with this man in the parking lot on camera, it looks bad, you
What
know.
what was it? So because I heard very little about it. They're arguing on camera about something.
So apparently, I guess they were at some event. You know what I'm saying? They were at some club or something, and Meek said he was getting into his car, and Takashi came out of nowhere, just like arguing, just yelling and arguing, and so Meek got out the car, arguing and yelling back. But the funny thing is, they each had like a line of security guards in front of them, and they both had their phones out recording.
That's not a good look at all.
And I was just like, and Takashi got cops in front of him, and he's yelling, "See, you got cops with you. You a rat." I'm like, wait, what?
So
What?
he's, in my opinion, Tachi, he's immune to any sort of standard that we may hold up for most people. So yeah, he would do that. That makes it's this is more so when I hear this, I'm like, oh, why was Meek Mill involved in this? We kind of hold him to a higher standard. Whereas the other person's like, oh, you've kind of proven time again to kind of be garbage and morally corrupt. But who am
This
I?
is this, like this is what we expect from him. Like I don't expect
Yeah.
nothing less from him. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch any videos involving him.
Yeah.
But the only reason I watched the video because my man Meek was involved. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to see what was going on with Meek. You know what I'm saying? I just wish he didn't let this guy sucker him into clout. Because all he does is chase clout all day long. He loves the attention.
Yeah.
Like it's terrible. And then it made perfect sense as to why as though Takashi picking fights with Meek Mill. I seen that there's a new fucking Takashi documentary coming out.
Oh, and now
about
we
his
know about it. Yeah.
about his rise and his fall. That you know what I'm saying over the last couple years.
And back to his rise again. Yeah, I can't get down with it. I'm not like a super street dude or whatever, but like I saw he had the video with Nicki Minaj, because it would just pop up on my YouTube thing, and I was like, it was one of the first times where I'm like, I don't know if I want to support this person. A lot of times you like click something or listen to a song, and be like, oh, it's just like a sure, it's very minimal support because I'm just listening for observations. This was one of the first times I was like, I'm good. I don't need it. This is not something that's going to be in my wheelhouse. I'm not going to feel better after listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I leave it be. I kind of treat like how Trump is now. I'm like, I don't look at the stuff about him. Just like he's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let it go. That's the same way that I feel with Takashi too. I have not watched a single, like I said, I haven't watched anything since he came home from jail. Not one music video. I haven't listened to one song. I can't tell you if it's good or not. But I don't support that man at all. Like he came into the culture and just try to run that shit, and he just you can't listen. And I feel like there's a lot of people just like you and I that don't support his fuckboy behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't make a mockery out of the culture. You know what I'm saying? You can't come in here with be a gangster, do all these gangster things, and just turn into an informant, and then send everybody to jail, and then come home and continue to make a mockery out of the culture.
Well,
At some point, the culture is going to be done with you.
and it's sad to see that the culture is not done with them. That's the thing.
I think they are. I think they are. I don't think that he's getting the support that he once had. Like when he first came home from jail, he had a song on YouTube, I think, that did it really well. But I think he dropped the album, and I don't think it did well at all. I don't think it's working as good as he thought it would.
He strikes me as the type of person, from what I've seen, it's not necessarily like he's doing it to get love, it's just to get the attention. And
Right.
when the culture gives him attention, it's tying him in. Like the fact that we're talking about him states that he's in the culture.
Grr. So why'd you give me this topic, Kirk?
Oh shit, that's right. I did send this topic. Well, we were asking you about it. I was like, Alan will know more about this.
But
Yeah,
look, okay,
right.
look. I feel like, all right, look. I think it's good for the culture for us to come on here and say that we don't support Takashi and why we do not support him and why you shouldn't as well.
And
That's fair.
my thing is too, is like, because to kind of reflect your point, man, he came in and he decided to go in with a lot of like these criminal activities, and he used his power and influence to get into those positions and get a lot of people that aren't in those positions to do a lot of the crime for him. He uses influence to do that, and then in turn turned on them. So people that were poor brought them in, put them in jail so that he could get out and continue doing what he's doing. I think that's a gross thing to do. I think
Yeah.
that is gross. So I just don't support it. I don't listen to the music, but at the same time, you know me with my moralities, man. I can't be like on a high horse. with certain, like I could say with this one, like, hey, this is how I feel. I don't want to move forward with it, but at the same time, for me, I feel like I can't judge people because your boys be wilding. That's my thing.
You don't be wild like that.
No, no, I don't
That's
personally be wilding, but like I don't, for the most part, I'm pretty stable. No, I be wilding. I don't even know what I'm doing, bro. I just know that I can't be judging others. I just know that in my heart.
there's a different. Okay, look, man, we got to be real. We're not. I don't listen to me. He don't give a fuck about us. I don't give a fuck about him. That's it. That's how I go. I'm not judging. I don't give a fuck about nothing he does. I don't support nothing that he does because he doesn't do it for me either. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Trump. I don't support what he does because he don't support who I am and what I do. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not judging you. What I can have my opinion on you, and you know what I'm saying. So, but that's one thing. I'm not like wishing any bad on anybody, but like I don't gotta rock with you. I don't gotta support you. What you put out is not for me, and that's simple as that. You know, that ain't judgment.
And no, that's very true. Like there's a difference between opinion and judgment, and I think we're more so voicing our opinion than judging, sort of thing. I think maybe subconsciously I am judging a little bit. Maybe that was my pushback. Like I am judging the snitch, like, and I was kind of giving some pushback on that. But that is true. Before we continue with the snitch-free conversation, let's get into some good aspirations, things not to do, like not snitching. Let's get into some goals. I love the music. I love the music that they play. I love the music. My goal for this one, I've been I try to do a lot of mind games with myself. For those that listen, friends and family, they know I like to press around. This is a little more of a physical goal. I want to buy. I don't know what an appropriate deadline would be. Maybe by the summer, I would like to have the practice airbending. And by airbending, I mean just a very minimal task. I've been placing a candle in front of me and practicing blowing it out without actually blowing it out. With the practice of airbending, I want to blow the candle out.
So you're just gonna like go past it real fast like that, and the candle goes out.
That's step one. That is step one, because you're using your hand. But the technique I've been using is like, so this is the candle right over here. I use the power of my hands to get wind, to get the air kind of condensed, and then as it's kind of like in a ball, push it. I push the ball of wind to the candle to blow it out. I've been able to do it successfully 2 times, but truthfully, I'm like really like right next to the candle, so it's not that much of an airbender thing. My thing is like if I'm at least a foot away from a candle, I could boom, boom, and blow the candle out that way. And it's a good thing too, because COVID. Like, what's up?
I was gonna say I didn't know that was a real thing, airbending.
It's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. It's not like in the movies. I'm not gonna be like jumping over like bamboo sticks. Although if I do, I'll let you know. But for right now, I'm gonna get this little candle situation going on. I think it'd be a cool thing to do. An alternative to blowing out candles. Everyone's kind of freaking out with COVID. You don't want to blow directly on it. Just I'm gonna bust out of the party. It's gonna be nice.
You know how much sex you can get if you show up to a party and blow candles out with your hands. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I guess that would be sexy. Yeah, I'm gonna be a sexy airbender, man. I'm gonna be a sexy airbender. I'm gonna try it out just on a few light candles. Potentially bought a candle just to do that. So, we'll see.
That's interesting. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I was literally thinking you're going to just take your hand and go and blow the candle out like that. But
it's not as impressive. It's not sexy. Yeah, that's a sexy move. I put I put on the Last Dragon and then like had it playing. Yeah, because even when you do it just now, like you could feel the air kind of like push back into both your palms. So the air is there. Exactly. That was another thing too, of like how much air you blow when you do that, how much of it goes back into you. So you have an idea of what you're pushing out. And the key is also to do it a little bit slower too, like. So we'll see. We'll see. If you when the open mics start up again and the candles are outside, your boy's gonna be blowing them out with his fist, more so his palm.
Yeah. My girl got a store full of candles. I'm gonna be in here all day, fucking blowing off. She like, why you lighting all these candles? I'm airbending. I'm airbending.
Were you talking to Kirk earlier? Sounds like a Kirk thing.
Why is there water all over the floor? I'm water bending now. Okay.
That's a real thing. Yeah, and goals for the
so week. Here's my goal. I do have a goal, man. Something I've been slacking on. I bought I don't even know the name of it. It's a printer. Is it a printer? Whatever it is. So I bought this machine. I bought a machine that's supposed to print transfers for t-shirts and merch. So a transfer is the actual, like a paper thing, not paper, vinyl. It's like a vinyl thing that you lay on a shirt and you put it into the heat press and you press it. So you press the vinyl thing. Now they have a bunch of websites online where you can buy these vinyl transfers to press up any shirt you want or press up any merch you want. So I bought a vinyl printer, had it for like a month and a half. I just have not opened it and like tried to figure out how to do it. So I'm pretty much trying to cut the middleman. So my goal is to figure out this vinyl printer so I can print up my own merch that quickly. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I gotta do. Yeah, I know it will be. And like I'll save myself money. It's already paid for, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I gotta do it. That's my goal. That's like some real life shit that I gotta do, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my goals are like, you know, start this website or whatever. But like I gotta do this shit, yo. Like
I feel like you have a lot of practical goals. You have a lot of practical career-based goals.
Maybe. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, this is going to help me make some money.
Yeah. No, I imagine that would be super helpful for t-shirts. Wait, how do you do it already now? Do you do just like with an ironing board? Like if you're doing
so I have a heat press where the heat press is where you put the shirt in it, right. And you have this vinyl cutout, which the vinyl cutout is a website you can go on and you upload your design, and then they'll mail you all of these vinyl cutouts that you can then put on the shirt to press down. Okay. So that's what I bought though. I bought the machine to print out my own vinyl things, so I don't have to go online and order it.
Oh, I see. Okay, I get that. I get that a little more now.
They charge you a lot of money to keep printing these vinyl things out, and there's like minimums. You're gonna do a certain amount of colors, and when you put more colors in it, it costs more money. So it's like they're making a killing, you know what I'm saying, for people that just don't have these vinyl printers. You know,
do you have to be like crafty with like a vinyl printer, like in terms of like making the vinyl into the design that you want? Does that take craft? So
I hope not, because I'm not that crafty. I have good ideas, but I'm not like, I can't draw and things like that. So like, but I have, so like, I don't know if you probably didn't see this, but yesterday I just put out a new design on my website. You know what I'm saying? On my website. And I got this design. It's colorful though. It's not like most of my designs have been like just words. Like I wash my hands before it's cool. Student loans cause PTSD. Like, it's been like words. You know what I'm saying? But this one, it's actually the shirt says manifest abundance, but I broke up the word abundance. A bun dance, and there's a hamburger bun dancing on the shirt.
Is this from a sign? Where's this from?
I just thought about it. I had the idea for a while. I got my girl to draw it for me because she's crafty and artsy. So she drew it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was about to say, like, whether it's like a girl or even shout out to Trebor, because he would do the same thing. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of resources. Like if you can't craft it yourself, there's people around.
Look, I'm gonna just combine it all in one. I'm gonna give you my suggestion too, since we're talking about this.
Prop suggestion.
Anybody that's looking, they aren't crafty. You're looking for trying to make what's it called? Website designs. If you're looking for like flyers, there's a app called Fiverr. You heard of Fiverr?
No.
Fiverr is Fiverr. Fiverr is named Fiverr because they have a bunch of services on there that are around $5.
Oh,
And and what you can do is you can literally go on there. Like I got people who design my t-shirts for me. Like I go to the guy on Fiverr. I got this one guy I work with now. I'm like, yo, here's what I want the shirt to say. I would like it to be this color or whatever. Design. Like do something for me. And like for like $10, he'll like give me all my t-shirt designs essentially.
oh. Fiverr, like Fiver.
2 R's.
Oh, that sounds helpful.
It's very helpful, man. Like people are making flyers. Like I even thought about this for our logo. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
we're working with the guy who who's helping us out. But like for our like they do logo, they do a lot of things. And so like what I did was I took my design there, and the guy, my girlfriend drew it, and the guy like colored it for me and everything. You know what I'm saying? So like, but I want to figure out this printer that I got, so I don't have to pay all this money to have a full color design transfers mailed to me. So I want to just go in there and print them out myself and just press up the shirts as I need them. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like a big barrier that people run into when it comes to like trying to get like if they have like a business or any sort of operation and they're trying to do it on their own, a big barrier is identifying what they need and buying those needs. Sounds like you were able to go over those two big barriers. So now that you already have the item, it's a matter of like, if you end up doing it, whether it's you or your girl or whatever, it's going to be further into your operation because you're the one doing it. So I think that'd be cool.
That's the plan, man. I've been saying this probably for like 2 years. I've been trying to figure out. I need to figure out a way to successfully pay my bills without working a 9 to 5, because I hate working jobs. Like I realize that. Like I can get a job. Like I've been a salesman. I can sell anything, and I can talk to anybody and get a job. I'm great at interviews, but once I get that job, I'm like, yo, I hate this shit. I just want to tell jokes. I just want to tell jokes, yo. You know what I mean?
I have a buddy who his one of his plans is to not work a 9 to 5 once he hits the 30-year mark, sort of thing. I think a lot of people are trying to get that going, even ones that have 9 to 5s, of like, oh, it's cool to have this, but how do you go about marketing yourself? What can you produce? So yeah, man, it's you're an inspiration to a lot of people because you've already started the process and you fare well in it. So that's cool. Yeah, we'll see what comes out of it. I'm gonna look on your website to take a look at that shirt.
Yeah,
I need more hamburger dancing shirts.
Yo, it's good, man. I saw like 3 yesterday. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
So you got look when you go see it, yo, you're gonna laugh. Like it's funny. Like I had the idea for a while, and everybody like I bounced it off of like that are creative and like design things. They was like, yeah, that's good. You know what I'm saying? So like
Abundance.
I wanna when you look at it, you're gonna be like, oh, this guy's pretty funny. So it's cool.
I'm gonna give a quick prop suggestion, and I'll be truthful. I'm hesitant about suggesting this one. This is a little bit of this is a caution. They say like not safe for work sort of thing. Like they'll have those tags. We're gonna put the tag of not safe for life on this prop suggestion. My prop suggestion is it's a novella, The Death of Ivan Ilyich, by Leo Tolstoy. I'm mispronouncing that one, Tolstoy. It's a short book, short book. It's about like 94 pages, whatever. But it's pretty much just details the story of this 45-year-old. He's like a lawyer of sorts, kind of a judge more so, and him dying. It pretty much chronicles. It doesn't go throughout like the whole life. It kind of does, but it chronicles like him in his dying days and how he looks at death and what death means to him and how pretty much what he faces and the despair that comes with it. And there's not necessarily I'm not going to spoil anything, but there may or may not be a happy ending of sorts. The ending, it got me. The book itself is wild, but like the ending, I was like, oh, it had me thinking for a day, and I think I may have gotten a light night terror the next day. This is not a horror book, but by all means, it's kind of Yeah, it depends on how you look at it, sort of thing. But if you're looking for a despair book, I recommend this one. The
What's
death
the name
of
of it again?
the death of Ivan Ilyich
Mm.
by Leo Tolstoy. I may be mispronouncing Tolstoy's last name. It is Russian.
And I like short books. I do like short books.
Yeah, it's short. It's a short one. It can be kind of a drag at sometimes, but then there's times where it's like, oh wow, that's insightful in the way that I did not care to receive insight. So yeah, that's my proper suggestion for that one.
I'll check that one out because I recently bought the Barack Obama book that he wrote a couple months ago.
Oh
That
yeah,
shit, that shit like 700 pages.
yeah. Is it good?
I don't know.
It's a good art piece.
It's so long. I bought it. I bought it this week. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'm gonna read it, but like the 94 pages is very sexy to me.
yeah. No, it is nice having like those. Especially, I always recommend like going back and reading classic novellas because it's like not only are you getting a short read in, but you're getting like classic literature in at the same time.
Okay, I don't want to sound ignorant, but I guess I am. What's novellas?
Novellas just like shorter. They're like novels, but they're just shorter.
Uh,
So they're not necessarily short stories because they're a little bit lengthier. But usually they span from anywhere to like 70 to 120 pages.
gotcha.
Yeah. And I think he has a few of them. This one is seen as one of the more like known novellas out
Hmm.
there. Apparently I was reading up about it afterward. Yeah, I recommend with caution. It's decent. Um, Speaking of checking things out, man, I sent this to you late in the night last night. A known Vela. Oh boy.
No producer Pat.
That's I kind of like it, like classic literature. It's a known Vela. We all know this book. I think you're on to some Pat. That's um,
Yeah.
so can
So
we
I saw you send me the video. I didn't get a chance to check it out. I was sleeping. I had with this.
yeah, I decided I was like, you know what, Alan may be dozing off. Let me wake him up real quick. Let me wait until 1:23 in the morning. No, that's when I came across it. It was so Chris Delia, comedian, who got in some I don't know if hot water is the right word. I always hate that term, but sure, it conveys the point. I got some hot water over what exactly what like it wasn't sexual harassment claims. It was more so at first there was speculations or allegations that he was engaging with uh minors in a sexual way, and then it became more so he was just I don't I don't know exactly. He wasn't charged with anything. I think it was just like people thought he was kind of a creep. I think that's ultimately what it was.
I heard that he was having relations with minors. That's what I heard. You
So
know.
this is a producer Pat coming in clutch. Last summer, the U actor, Chris Delia, was accused of allegedly soliciting nude photos from underage girls online, while in September, several women claimed that the comedian exposed himself to them. Oh, that's for 12 hours. And then I realized the copy and paste, it said 12 hours on it. I was like, what? I was like, you know what? I get why they're mad. Well, so that's the basis of it. So he's been out of limelight for since September. We're in February now, and he dropped a video last night. Dropped a video,
What are you
and
talking about?
it was about 9 minutes of him acknowledging the situation. He was very adamant that while he wanted to stay out of the limelight, everything that he did was consensual and legal. He wanted to put that out there. He talked about how he wanted to come out publicly during the allegations to kind of like defend himself, to talk about it, but thought it wasn't a good idea or was advised that it wasn't a good idea, so he held off and gave it some time. Um, and it kind of comes in the line of what we're seeing more and more of these videos that whether it's apology video or having to address some sort of public scrutiny, and in regards to like being canceled, and he made a flat out video for it. I
So
yeah
I'm gonna interrupt you for 1 second.
yeah, go ahead.
He said nothing he did was illegal. He said that,
Yeah, nothing was illegal and everything was consensual. He didn't. Yeah, that's
but
essentially what he said.
but they're minors.
So that's what he said. He's saying they were not minors. He's saying that that's not a real thing. That's not, because even when we're looking at the thing that we just read, that it was accused and alleged. There was never anything brought to court. Um, so yeah, I can't speak on that. From the screenshots that we saw, the ones that went out, I'm pretty sure that was from an adult. That was like an of age person.
That was the whole basis of the situation was the minors. Everything else, if those women were 18, them sending you nudes is perfectly fine.
Well, turns out you may be on Chris Delia's side, Alan, because that's what they're saying. There's no real proof that anything was minor. It was just kind of word of mouth.
The the women said that they weren't 18. In the time that they met him, they weren't 18.
Oh, so I do not remember that detail, and and it kind of goes along with the idea of alleged as well. Since no charges were pressed, it's a hard one because it's like, you don't want to be like, hey, I don't believe that person. That's what she said. Um, but at the same time, it's like, well, is was there any was there follow up on that? Is he being prosecuted?
He can be prosecuted if the time has passed. If it's out of the if it's been, I think it's 7 or 12 years, something like that.
Yeah, I can't say. I mean, according to this video for him, he was adamant that that wasn't he. There was nothing like, and texting a minor would be illegal by law. So he's stating that that's something he did not do. Um, he what was some of the other things that he had mentioned? He did take accountability in the sense that he viewed it as like, okay, well, in the past, I thought it was a matter of like, since they already know me, I don't really need to work as hard at it. So I would be a little bit more blunt in uh my inquiries for it. I'd message them and be like, hey, I'm in town. Do you want to have sex? Which, isn't very seductive. It's more so just right to the point sort of thing. And he pretty much says sorry for that, of not fully respecting the influence, I suppose, that he may have. But
Eh, look, look. Let me tell you right now, I'm a nobody, and
mm,
I've been in towns, and I've checked. Yo, I'm in town. What's up with the what's up? You know what I'm saying? I've done that,
mm,
but like that right there, that's not illegal. Which is my point. He wasn't in trouble for that.
well, that's the thing, though.
He wasn't in trouble just for getting straight to the point.
Mm.
Like that's not dudes do that. All women do that. I've had women do that with me. Yo, Alan, I'm in your city. What's up? Where you at? Like, yeah, but but if I'm under 18 and they're that's what illegalness like. That's why I don't understand. I'm confused.
Well,
I'm
he's
there.
essentially saying that he did not do that. He's essentially saying like, hey, maybe they're saying underage, or maybe they're saying that they met me when they're underage. By the context of what he put out, he's stating that is not true. That, and then it becomes like a he said, she said sort of thing.
Why do you hide? Why do you go into obscurity for months?
Probably advised, just like when you, like, say, like if you commit a crime and you want to like put your name out there, like, yo, I didn't do that. Your lawyer's gonna be like, no, stay quiet. He's
If
probably
you
advised, like, yeah, don't do.
if you commit a crime, if you don't commit a crime, no lawyer is going to tell you to go to hiding.
I've heard stories, man. I think like the fault is just like, don't say anything. That's the fault, because it's like, even if you are innocent and you come out and like defend yourself or even talk about the situation, it further associates you with the situation. So I think
Yes.
a lot of times people use a tactic of letting it blow over. And it states here, because of him losing his job for being accused of assault, he wasn't charged with anything, just accused. So that's another point. I think a lot of times when you have like jobs that may be jeopardized, you kind of want to kind of just distance yourself from the situation further. Um, so I get that, but I could see how it could bite you too, because like, oh, why were you so quiet during that whole thing? normal people wouldn't be quiet when they get these accusations, but when you're in public
Yeah,
life, it's a little different.
I understand a lawyer telling you to be quiet, but I'm still like, if the women are over 18 and he's saying that he was just too blunt, I don't know. I can't see a woman being like, well, he was so blunt with me through text message. That's assault. Like, I don't, I mean, I guess sending dick pics, unwarranted dick pics could be assault. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Uh,
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but like, I just thought the whole thing was about underage women. Like, I think that was the thing. Like, I don't even know how you meet underage girls. Like, I don't know. I mean, R. Kelly can tell you how, but like, I don't know how you meet them.
well,
Like,
because all his fans are young too. Like because he's kind of like on like the he's like internet wise, he's pretty famous and like has like a lot of those short videos that kind of cater to like younger women, I feel.
yeah,
So I'm sure he does have access. So that probably like adds a little bit more to the situation of like, well, that's kind of that's a big part of your fan base. Yeah, I'm wondering what it would be like, say like you and I were or like we're 18, 20 years old and Mariah Carey seduces us. She sends us a breast photo or invites us onto her yacht. She's gonna sing. We just have to massage her kneecap as she does it. And then we get all this stuff, and then she just bails on us. She's like, "Oh, I no longer want to talk to her. I ghost you." I don't know. Is that going to make us? I don't know. Does that make us upset, or what does that do to us mentally? For like, oh, our self worth is so high. This known, recognized person is addressing us, and they likely know of their influence, and we're seeing them as they're taking us this higher social status, and then they leave to then our social status and our thoughts of self, if things aren't handled correctly, start to plummet a bit too. I wonder what kind of impact that has and how much of an impact it has on these type of situations.
no, I think that it can definitely have an impact on somebody's self-esteem, somebody's mental, for sure. But if we're over 18, it just is what it is. We got played by Mariah. Like, that
That's
is what
a
it is.
and that's something he addresses on too. Of like, I kind of just use. He notes that he cheated a bunch too, which he just obviously you're not going to get arrested for that, but he notes that, um, and how he would just kind of use sex and not really see it as people. And I think when you have that part of it, that's when the issue could be of like, okay, well, if you're not really respecting the act of sex and respecting the act of another person being involved in it, and say if you bounce or if you maybe just kind of a little more dismissive afterward, I could see that being a recipe for negative emotions.
Yes, but is that illegal?
No, no, not by any means. But I think we're seeing more and more people speak on it, not in a legal way, but speak on it of like of voicing that they've been wronged, although legally nothing has necessarily been done, um, emotionally speaking. Um, and I don't know if you hold people accountable for that or not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that's definitely emotionally taxing on someone. But I mean, I've done that. I've had that done to me. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? So it's like that's the game. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, I'm not gonna say I'm not yeah. If you gotta talk to people, you gotta figure out what people's intentions are. You gotta figure out what kind of person they are. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like yeah. He was he's a fuck boy for doing what he does. But my only issue was if they were underage.
Yeah, same.
If they were underage, you can't do that. And if you were forcefully doing something, also you can't do that. But if it's consensual sex, but you immediately left, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, like if it was consensual, that is what it is. But if it's not consensual. If it's not consensual,
Mhm.
if it's not consensual and they're underage, that's when you have backlash. But if he's just being out here, you know what I'm saying, having sex with women, being a fuck boy, you mean being an ain't shit dude, I mean that's not illegal.
Yeah, maybe he's sorry to himself. Maybe that's the apology of like, well, I've been doing this to people. I imagine that has to take its toll after a while. You're just being like you're being dismissive to like people that see you as like an idol left and right and do it for years. And you're on top of that, you're cheating on your fiance. that probably takes a emotional toll on someone, I
Yeah,
imagine. So
yeah.
yeah, probably for that too. So if you're listening, don't cheat on your significant other, and be mindful of those that you have that spiritual connection of sexual relations with.
Being a good person, just it feels better. I've been on both sides of it, bro. Like I've been a dude, I've been an angel, I've been that. You know what I'm saying? Not, I ain't been Chris Delia. I ain't gonna say that,
You
but
say you've been an angel?
I've been. Oh yes, I'm an angel right now. Listen, touched by an angel,
Oh
but
boy.
like it's like listen to me. I'm trying to tell you. Yes, people that go around and sleep around and promiscuous and just treating sex like it's just a one-way street. Those people have issues. Okay, I'm tell you from fact, I'm personal experience. Those people got issues. They're trying to deal with other stuff, especially men. They are trying to deal with some emotional disconnect, some self-esteem issues, something. So they're going around treating women poorly. You know what I'm saying? They may have women issues themselves. You know what I'm saying? But the other coin, the other side of it is, it feels way better when you treat women better. Like when you do better, when you treat people better, good karma comes your way. You feel 10 times better. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, I've done both. You know what I'm saying? I've been
Mm.
in a messed up headspace where I was just treating women like whatever, like I do whatever I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't living right. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But I'm living right now. I fix myself, and I had issues, bro. You know what I'm saying? I worked through my issues. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
like,
I love the
yeah,
idea. Oh no, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
no,
off
go ahead,
here.
go ahead. Was you love the idea of what?
No, I just like the idea of like maybe someone that you've been with in the past and dismissed afterward. Years later, they see you on the street doing well, airbending. It's like, wow, Alan has changed. Alan has changed. He got all
Uh,
these candles for his new girlfriend.
hey, look, that's real rap, man. They still follow me on Instagram and stuff. So they see me out here. You know what I'm saying? Look at this king. He definitely changed. But you can tell when people are good people. They just got some shit fucked up with them. They got some shit in their head. You know what I'm saying? You can tell.
Yeah.
You know.
Some then other people that are maybe getting wronged, they're also going through something,
Right.
and they see the person as like a savior in a lot of ways because they're also trying to mask the issues that they're going through.
Yeah.
It's even more of a recipe of like, oh no, yeah, that would suck, huh?
It's definitely unfortunate. I think that we all just need to deal with our inner demons and just be good people, man. That's my thought for the day.
Watch out for inner demons. Watch out for inner demons. Speaking of inner demons, man, I'm about to dip out. I'm gonna probably hit up some antique shops and get some haunted clothing. Um, yeah, doing that. You do anything for the rest of the day?
Yeah, man. I'm helping my girl. We running her retail space here in Brooklyn. If you're watching 727 Franklin Avenue, come check it out. I mean, featuring over 30 different black-owned businesses. We got vintage, home goods, jewelry, clothing, everything. Come through.
Yeah,
Check it out.
Franklin in New York, not Philadelphia. I made
Yeah,
that mistake last time, and oh boy,
yeah.
just
727.
Arby's all over the place. There's no black-owned businesses, so yeah, make sure to do that. Well, have fun with it, and thanks for listening. Like and subscribe, and we may have some very special guests coming on.
Yeah, we do.
Very special guests. Very nice special guests.
We do.
Good to see you, man. Peace.
All right, guys.